Hello, Collegedale. This is the Collegedale Police Department's fourth quarter report for 2022. This report will cover October 1st through December 31st. And I'm Jamie Heath, the Assistant Chief of Police. Your officers made 199 arrests during the fourth quarter. Less than 10% of those arrests were of Collegedale residents. 543 traffic citations and warnings were written. Of those 543, only 2 were written for less than 10 miles over the speed limit. 1 was a ticket, the other a warning. There were 51 misdemeanor drug or drug equipment violations and 16 felony arrests. 23 intoxicated drivers were arrested and removed from your roads, and 9 public intoxication or open containers were reported. 10 vehicle burglaries were reported, as well as 1 home. There were 12 assaults reported during the fourth quarter and 8 domestic assaults. 2 people were charged with assaulting police, and 5 weapons charges were recorded. 2 child abuse allegations were received, and 4 sexual assaults or public indecency incidences were reported. There were 5 cases of harassment, stalking, or kidnapping related offenses that were also reported. Officers worked 120 non-injury related crashes and 8 that involved injury. Now let's take a look at our annual statistics for 2022. The Collegedale Police Department made 908 arrests for the entire year. As you can see here, 832 of those arrests were of non-Collegedale residents, meaning that less than just 8.5% were of people that actually lived inside our city limits. 2,936 traffic tickets and written warnings were issued by our officers. And as hard as it may be for some of our fans to believe, only 10 of those were for people driving less than 10 miles over the speed limit. In fact, half of that number were from active school zones. Officers documented 34 uses of force during the entire year. And for those of you that may be curious about what qualifies as an active use of force, it can mean more than just a combative person. It can also include instances where an officer has to draw or display their taser, a baton, or their firearm. All 34 of those uses of force were found to be within department policy. 252 drug or drug equipment offenses were documented, and your officers made 86 DUI arrests. 315 theft reports were made, and there were 32 vehicles that were burglarized. 2 homes were also broken into. There were 41 simple and felonious assaults and 24 domestic assaults during the year. 4 charges of assault on law enforcement were filed, and there were 24 weapons violations. 12 allegations of child abuse were investigated, as well as 10 sexual-related assaults. There were 23 allegations of harassment, stalking, or kidnapping-related offenses that were made. We're very proud of our detectives in the Support Services Division. They're some of the best trained investigators around. During the past year, their clearance rate was twice that of the state average. Good job, guys. Between January 1st and December 31st, 2022, there were 403 crashes inside the city limits of Collegedale. There were no injuries in 375 of those crashes. Thank you for tuning in to our fourth quarter report for 2022 and for sticking with us for the annual report. Stay safe, y'all.